My name is Daniel, and for the past 8 years, I thought I had the perfect life. I married my college sweetheart, Lauren, a smart, beautiful woman with an ambitious career in marketing. We had a modest home, a dog named Toby, and routines that felt comforting. I worked as a software developer from home, and she had recently landed a new job at a big-name firm downtown. Everything seemed steady. Safe. That illusion shattered 6 months ago. It started small. Subtle. The kind of things you brush off when you're in love. Lauren started working late more often. Sometimes she wouldn't get home until 9 or 10 p.m., blaming client meetings or last-minute presentations. I didn't suspect anything at first. She was passionate about her work. She was climbing the ladder, and I supported that. But then the little inconsistencies started. I'd ask about her day, and she'd freeze for just a second, like she was searching for a script. Her phone, once always in plain sight, now never left her hand. She started showering as soon as she got home, something she never used to do. And most telling of all, the intimacy between us vanished. No more spontaneous kisses. No late-night cuddles. Just cold distance hidden behind "I'm just tired." The first time the thought crossed my mind, I shook it off. She would never, I told myself. We had our ups and downs like any couple, but cheating? Not Lauren. Not the woman who cried when I got pneumonia because she couldn't bear the thought of losing me. But doubt is like a virus. Once it's in you, it spreads fast. One Friday night, she told me she was heading to a client dinner and might be home late. I smiled and told her to have fun, but something inside me felt off. I decided to do something I'd never done before. I opened the Find My Phone app. We'd set it up ages ago for safety during vacations. I hadn't thought about it in years. Her location pinged. She wasn't at any restaurant. She wasn't downtown. She was at a hotel. At first, I thought maybe it was a conference. A client event? I wanted to believe that. God, I wanted to. But something told me I wouldn't like what I'd find if I went there. Still, I couldn't stay put. I grabbed my coat, jumped in my car, and drove in silence with my heart pounding harder than it ever had in my life. When I pulled into the parking lot of that hotel, her car was there. Parked, quiet, unmistakably hers. I sat there for a while. Just staring at it. Hoping I was wrong. Then I saw her. Coming out of the side entrance, arm in arm with a man I'd never seen before. They were laughing. She leaned in and kissed him, openly, passionately, like I didn't even exist. I froze. My hands were shaking. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run at them. But I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. Everything I thought I knew collapsed in that 1 second. She wasn't working late. She was with her boss. Later, I'd find out that he was her regional director. Twice divorced. Known around the office for having close relationships with his subordinates. He had power, money, charisma, things I apparently didn't have enough of anymore. I didn't confront her that night. I waited. She came home a few hours later, kissed me on the cheek, and mumbled, "Long meeting. I'm exhausted." I nodded and said nothing. I didn't sleep that night. I just laid there, next to the woman I loved, knowing everything was a lie. The next morning, I confronted her. I told her where she had been. Who she had been with. Her face went pale. The lies crumbled instantly. No defenses. No denial. Just tears. Apologies. "It just happened," she said. "I didn't mean to fall for him. It was a mistake." But it wasn't just once. It had been going on for 3 months. Business trips. Hotel rooms. Lunch breaks that turned into hours. She said she still loved me, that she didn't want to lose me, that it didn't mean anything. Didn't mean anything? 3 months. Of lying. Of sneaking. Of watching me make dinner, kiss her goodnight, and trust her, while she was giving her heart and body to someone else. I packed a bag and left that day. I stayed with a friend. I needed space. Time. Anger pulsed through me like fire, But underneath it, grief lived. I didn't just lose my wife, I lost my reality. Lauren begged for forgiveness. She offered to quit her job, to go to therapy, to rebuild. But something inside me broke that day, and I don't think it's something love alone can fix. We're separated now. Divorce papers are in process. I still think about her sometimes, about the life we built. The memories. The good years. But I've realized that even a perfect picture can have a cracked frame. To anyone listening, betrayal doesn't always come with warning signs. Sometimes it hides behind routine smiles and I love yous. Sometimes the person you trust most is the one who shatters you. But I'm healing. Slowly. Day by day. And maybe someday, I'll trust again. But I'll never ignore my gut again. Because the truth? It always finds a way out.